Hey everybody, Nathan Ronen, CFA here with an update for those candidates who just took the Level 2 May 2024 exam and have completed their Level 2 studying process and are waiting for their scores. If you'd like to know what to do now, some suggestions, some tips, some advice, please press the subscribe button and the notifications button now so that you can continue to receive these updates on a weekly or bi-weekly basis as I post them on my channel. Okay. First of all, congratulations on taking the Level 2 exam. I know most of you walking out of there did not feel like, yeah, I aced it. Definite pass, definite pass. Whoa. If you are, well, be a little bit humble because a lot of people can get surprised that they thought they did very well on the exam and get the opposite result. And then there's a lot of people who say, oh my God, the world's caving in. I failed. And then they find out that they passed. For whatever reason. You really don't know how you did, whether you completely passed or completely bombed the exam until you get your scores, because everything is relative to the other candidates. So the minimum passing score, which is determined by the Board of Governors, is all based on how people did relative to each other. Okay, so you really have no control over that. So what should you do between now and when your exam results are released 6, 7, or even possibly 8 weeks from now? Well, here's what I'd be doing, okay? First of all, I probably would not be sitting on my keister and say, whoops, okay, I got the whole summer off now, so I'm not gonna do anything. Don't think that's a very wise idea. So I'm gonna give you two or three different scenarios, and then you can choose whichever one best reflects how you feel, and then I would probably proceed forward. If you feel scenario number one, let's be totally negative for a second. Hopefully this is not the case. You didn't know anything on the exam. There's no chance that you even got 3 questions out of the 88 correct. You didn't know the material. You didn't study well, and you definitely bombed. I would just gear up for the November exam. Start studying now. Sign up with me if you're not signed up with me already. Let's get you through it in November. No need to sit around and wait for the evidence that you failed if you definitely know you failed. Not you assume you failed, but you definitely know you failed because you were just not prepared. You could sign up with me on my website. Scenario number 2, you definitely passed. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You'd wager your life on it. You'd wager your family's life on it. You'd wager your friend's life on it. You know you passed. Okay, then what I would do is I would get a jump start on the Level 3 program for 2025. You can't sign up with it. You can't sign up for it with CFA Institute right now until your exam results are released and it's confirmed that you passed. But if you wanted to get started, you could get started with, and I would recommend the portfolio management pathway for many reasons. I would recommend starting the Level 3 program as soon as possible, aiming for the February exam. You can subscribe or sign up for my Level 3 portfolio management pathway for the February exam. If you want, you can also get the CFA curriculum books if you wanted to jumpstart. On Amazon, you can actually buy the curriculum books in hard copy if you want to. You don't have to, because once you sign up and you register for the Level 3 exam after you pass Level 2, you will get the learning ecosystem. But if you like to read hard copy, you can get that as well. And you could start pounding away for February 2025. Again, that's if you are very confident and 100% sure, 88, let's say 88 to 100% sure you passed. That's the route I would take. No need to sit by and wait around. If you're on the fence, could have passed, could have failed, not sure which way it really went, well, then what I would suggest to you is to probably gear toward the Level 3 exam in February 2025, okay? Sign up with me. I probably would not get the books or invest in the books from Amazon and purchase them in hard copy. I'd sign up for my Level 3, pathway, the portfolio management pathway. And then what I would do is we would do a study plan together. And if you pass, you just continue forward. But if you fail, then what we would do is we would roll you over to the Level 2 program at Chalk and Board for the November exam. So either way, you won't lose your money, and any difference between the Level 2 and the Level 3 program will either be refunded to you or you'll get a credit, whichever way you want. We don't want to take your money and not obviously give you any kind of service. So you're not going to lose your money. But either way, if you definitely failed, then you got to aim for November right now. You definitely passed, aim for level 3, 2025. You're on the fence, assume you passed, and then hopefully you passed and your assumption is correct and you move forward and you didn't waste any time. But if you're wrong, we will roll you over to level 2 in our program and we'll create a study plan for level 2 for the November exam. That's what I would do so that you're not sitting around. The other thing that you should be doing right now is, if you haven't done the practical skills module, get that out of the way, because they will not release your scores for the level 2 exam in another 2 months or so, or a month and a half, if you haven't done that practical skills module. So make sure you've done one of those, that you can show evidence that you've gotten it. You got your little certificate or little bell or medal or whatever it is that they give you, that you've completed it, and make sure that's done so that they don't have any reason not to release your results in another 6 to 7 weeks. Okay, that's what I would do for now. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. You can go on my website, chalkandboard.org. That's CHALK and AND, board, BOARD, chalkandboard.org. You'll see my name, my email address, my phone number is there. We don't hide anything from you. You can text me, you can email me, you can WhatsApp me, send me a text message on WhatsApp, regular, DM me, whatever you like, okay? It's no problem at all, and I'll be happy to help you out. But I would not sit idle right now and just, take this whole summer off and do nothing. Okay, that's not a very wise idea, because you're putting yourself at a competitive disadvantage. And by the way, if you're going to proceed to level 3, I highly recommend pursuing the portfolio management pathway. Even if you're into private wealth management, even if you're into the private markets, even if your career is going, do the PM pathway, because you will be happy that you did that, because you will have 65% all the same readings as the other pathways. And then you'll have the traditional portfolio management material. You'll have a lot of study material you can look at, a lot of mock exams, a lot of sample exams, because the other 2 pathways are new. So I don't really recommend necessarily being the guinea pig for them. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm never going to say that. We just don't know what, there's not a lot of study material out there on it. There's not a lot of mock exams and a lot of sample exams, And, we're all starting from scratch on those 2 pathways, meaning the private wealth management and the private markets. So I would go right now until, they develop a more robust program with, a history of mock exams and sample questions and sample exams. I would go with the portfolio management pathway. That will be your easiest course. And by the way, when you get your CFA designation, it is not going to say private markets or private wealth management or portfolio management pathway. It's just going to say CFA, congratulations. And nobody's really going to ask you probably anyway. All right, so excuse me. Good luck to you. And I hope that your results come out to be what you wanted them to be. And I look forward to working with you. And if you have any questions, reach out. Have a great day.